Hello to all of you, our viewers. It is my pleasure to welcome you to this latest edition of the news here on Rwanda Television with me, Serge Nhore. Now straight to the details. In Rwanda and abroad, people have praised the work carried out by the country's security organs, saying they perform their duties with professionalism and integrity, which enables Rwandans and others in areas where they provide security to trust them and pursue development activities without fears and hindrance. The work of Rwanda's security organs has not only been appreciated by those living in Rwanda, as we just noted, but also been praised by people in other countries where they continue to contribute to peacekeeping efforts. In Mozambique and the Central African Republic, citizens who had been long terrorized by various armed groups that disrupted their security have found relief after Rwanda's security forces intervened, restoring their safety, freedom, and ability to resume normal life. On professionalism and safeguarding national sovereignty and security, the Chief of Defense Staff of the Rwanda Defense Force, General Mubarak Muganga, has said that the security organs draw these values from the vision they embraced when they launched the struggle to liberate Rwanda. The President of the Republic, His Excellency Paul Kagame, who is also the chairman of the RPF Inkotanyi Party, in his address to members who attended the 17th Congress of the party in December, highlighted the work of the security organs and commended them for the good job they do. The governance scorecard survey released by the Rwanda Governance Board last year showed that the pillar of security and public safety ranked first with a score of 90.02%. Rwanda's security organs are also among 5 African countries that contribute the largest number of troops to United Nations peacekeeping missions around the world. Now, education analysts in Rwanda have said that the program to remove school leaders from their positions after failing competency assessments has played a major role in restoring the quality of school leadership in the country and improving the standard of education in line with Rwanda's chosen direction. Recently, the Ministry of Education and the Rwanda Basic Education Board released a list of 890 school leaders who failed an assessment conducted to evaluate the quality of school management across the country, leading to their removal from their positions. The program has not disrupted the start of the second term of the 2025-2026 academic year. The performance evaluation conducted among more than 5,200 school leaders across Rwanda has shown that 17% of them did not meet the minimum standard set by the Ministry of Education for school leaders. Officials at REB have confirmed that arrangements to replace the affected school leaders have already been made. The Ministry of Education has announced that the former principals were not dismissed and instead reassigned. Of the top 10 districts with the highest number of school principals who have been reassigned as teachers, 3 are in the southern province, 3 are in the west, 2 are in the north, and 2 are in the east. Now, the National Examination and School Inspection Authority has called on parents to comply with the scheduled student travel arrangements for boarding students as they return to school. The trips have involved various institutions in order to help avoid challenges. With students now boarding buses from the Pele Stadium in Nyamirambo, school administrators and the students themselves have said that this has removed several challenges, including delays in the start of classes. Officials at NESA say they have continued to help students to access transport to their respective schools. The timetable released by NESA shows that starting on Saturday, students from selected districts in the southern, western, northern, and eastern provinces began receiving assistance in accessing transport, with others continuing to be assisted in reaching their schools until Tuesday. Now, according to the German research institute Statista, Rwanda's e-commerce market is expected to see a steady rise in the coming years. Between 2025 and 2029, the market will grow by 25.83%, and by 2029, the value of the sector is anticipated to reach nearly $937 million. Over the next 5 years, it is estimated that about 1 million people will join the online shopping market in Rwanda. In the country, the number of businesses operating in e-commerce has been estimated between 70 and 120. Entrepreneurs operating in the e-commerce sector have expressed satisfaction with how their market has continued to expand. although some have wished for better mechanisms to facilitate communication with customers whenever problems arise, instead of such issues being treated as cases of fraud.
With the e-commerce in Rwanda, we've seen a tremendous growth. From COVID times up to date, I would say through the COVID times, people were locked in homes, so not many options were available. So people were quite afraid that when COVID times are over, people will go back to offline and using the conventional method of shopping. But, when you provide what people are actually looking for, value for money and timely services, people stay online, right? So we've seen a tremendous growth in 2025 as the best year we've ever had, where from the year started to the end of the year, we've grew somewhere closer to 27%, getting closer to actually 30%. And, this has been a trend because we've also expanded in terms of merchants on the platform. When we started, we were closer to less than 800, and now we're getting closer to 1,200 merchants on the platform. We've expanded to more cities of Rwanda. We're now in Rusizi, Rubavu, Musanze and Kigali, of course, as the capital city. And we've also expanded outside of Rwanda. We're now operational in Uganda, Kampala, and in more countries coming up as the e-commerce keep growing in our country and in the region.
Now to the northern province, where livestock farmers have expressed appreciation for the milk collection centers that have been brought closer to them, saying that they have helped them to add value to milk and avoid losses. The Rwanda Agriculture and Animal Resources Development Board has stated that the program to expand milk collection centers has continued in areas where they have not yet been established across the country, as well as increasing modern equipment in centers that have already been built. The governor of the northern province has noted that after bringing the milk collection centers closer to farmers, efforts have now been focused on bringing vet services closer to them in order to further increase milk production. In efforts to develop livestock farming in the north during the current fiscal year of 2025-2026, farmers have been producing 155,200 liters of milk per day from 286,203 cows, including 95,337 provided as part of the Jiringa program. In the northern province, 49 milk collection centers have already been built, while nationwide RAB has stated that 132 milk collection centers have been established with a total capacity to process as many as 483,000 liters of milk per day. Now, residents across the city of Kigali who have benefited from various programs, including resettlement initiatives and the Jiringa Munyarwanda program, as well as others, have observed that the initiatives have helped them lift themselves out of poverty quickly, meaning that they are no longer classified among those who require assistance. The spokesperson of Kigali City, Emma Claudine Nirenganya, has confirmed that the city will continue to build settlements and other forms of infrastructure aimed at helping residents to defeat poverty. The 7th Integrated Household Living Conditions Survey has shown that poverty here in Rwanda declined from 39.8% in 2017 to 27.4% in 2024. In urban areas, it is now at 16.7%, while in rural areas, it is at 31.6%. Extreme poverty in urban areas is at 3.1% compared to 6.4% in rural ones. The city of Kigali has recorded a poverty rate of 9.1%, although there are still residents accounting for as much as 1.1% living in extreme poverty. Residents of Kamonyi district have expressed concern over the issue of sexual abuse against girls, which has led to early pregnancies. During visits carried out by members of parliament across the country, they found that in Kamonyi, over a 3-month period, the Isangi One-Stop Center in Remera Rukoma received 234 cases of sexual abuse, including cases affecting girls and women. The district's mayor has stressed that strong measures have been taken to address the problem. Data from the Rwanda Biomedical Center for 2024 showed that 22,000 452 adolescent girls countrywide gave birth in health facilities, with 113 of them under the age of 14. In the first 3 months of 2025 alone, up to 5,740 girls gave birth in health facilities, 17 of them under the age of 14 at the time. So that's it for the news for now, but I do look forward to seeing you again soon. Until then, as always, it's goodbye.